while we were outside ashi over the remi ashi or single leg X, let's think about the advantage and disadvantage. If my opponent's standing over the top of me, right, not gonna lie, I like single leg X better because I have more freedom of movement. I can wrestle up, I can unlock my legs, I can kick him overhead. But if I'm having trouble off balancing and my opponent separates my feet, I need to switch towards something else. Because if I stay here, my opponent easily pulls out because I'm not controlling anything anymore. So if he starts ejecting your feet, you have two options. Either kick him overhead, think about blocking, getting his hands towards the mat, or just throw your leg towards the outside and now you can lock a triangle and start working from here. Now the main thing is about pressure. When you lock, think about locking on his quad and then scissoring your legs and back heeling nice and tight. There should be a vice around here. If he tries pushing my knee down, it should be pretty difficult. And now from here, it's the same thing. I want to think about opening up his knee and closing his knee. It's probably easier to knock him down from outside ashi because how close I am locked towards his legs. Right? My knees are directly onto his knee. But when I extend, it's very easy for me to knock him down towards his butt. And what we're going to do from here, we're going to practice our ability to push and pull, push and pull. So when I want to push, I open up my hips and I open up my knees. I can easily knock him towards his butt. And now we can think about working from this position. If we go back, if somehow he resists that by taking his head so far forward, then I can pull as well. I can throw my feet back towards the outside and start thinking about exposing my outside heel hooks by reaping it. But ideally, you want to kill movement. If you can, scissor your legs from here, chop down, locking a 3/4 triangle, not a full triangle, and have him try to stay up, right? Practice pressure. This leg's digging forward, this leg is pulling. Very important. Now from here, open, and it's so easy to extend him down towards the floor, and now we can think about attacking. And the main attack we're going to look at an ankle lock, and then heel hook dilemma from here. Yep, practice that. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. That's so tight. Yeah. Well, that's like the basic stuff, like if you master that, it's so easy. Now I'm going to show you how to do an ankle lock from that position. So there's two ankle locks I'm going to show you. One's a little bit more technical, and the other one just like kind of goon, but still works as well. They're both very effective. Axel gets me with this goon one, and I know it's coming, and he's like a little bit bigger than me, so but it doesn't matter, my foot's still going to break. So even if it doesn't look the prettiest, if it's going to break, it's going to break. So from your scissor, extend, knock him down towards his knee. Now let's have a good rule for ourselves. If his knee is turned inwards and his ankle is outside the line of the knee, this is where we attack heel hooks. The heel hooks are so easy. But if I attack ankle locks from here, I can't really get the right position. But if you threaten a heel hook and he turns his knee out, then we go ankle locks instead, because now you can get an ankle lock grip, but you can't really get a heel hook grip because his heel is hidden and I can't really pinch his toes back. So that's a rule of thumb we use from outside ashi. We look at the knee and ankle placement. Now when you knock someone down towards the butt, his knee's probably going to be outside the line of the ankle, and we initiate with the ankle lock and we see how he reacts. So from here, we think about palm striking, moving my hips backwards, and bringing my elbow all the way across towards my floating rib. Now think about slightly having his heel protruding in my floating rib like it is now. See how his heel is slightly out? Now from here, two hands, shrug up high, and think about getting the break. Now, what I'm thinking about doing with the ankle lock, if I just extend the leg this way, see how his leg's very flexible? It's very hard for me to get the break. But if I can extend it this way and add inwards pressure, he's not very flexible in this direction. So this is why, like me just simply rolling my wrist got the tap from this position. It's because I introduced inwards flexion as well. And that's what you're trying to do essentially with all ankle locks, not just from outside ashi, but everything the whole time. And this is what the best people in the world, this is what Mateus does, this is what Jason Rao does. They find a way to introduce this sideways bend. And the way we're doing that from here is by falling onto our rib and then this motion me pinching the toes back with my armpit like that. Right, so then notice me pinching my toes back. So up and then pinching backwards. So when I fall onto the grip and my elbow comes through, when I pinch my toes back and get on my shoulder, this is how I get the tap. Combine that with my lower body extending as well, you can see how you can get very bad and nasty breaks from this position. It's not very comfortable for a dog. So one more time, we sit him down here. It's all about getting the grip. We palm strike, we sit down, we go towards here, and we shrug our hands up high, and then our elbow pinching backwards into our lap. And if we need to, we can think about going belly down and extending as well. That makes sense? Yep. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Not fun. Not fun. Alright. So now we're gonna look at the kind of goon variation in the ankle lock. So we do this when we can't get the heel in the ideal position. So if we hop back a little bit. Good. So ideally, guys, right? I palm strike, I get the heel here, and I haul out my body, and I fall into my grip, and I think about getting the break. This is very important. But sometimes my opponent kicks his foot through, and I lose that positioning. So no worries, just go into a belly arching motion. You can either lock one hand, or go two hands, up to you. I'm gonna show one hand for now. So from here, I think about extending my legs, locking a triangle. I think about tucking my shoulder in and looking across in this direction. When I do this, I engage my whole posterior chain. It's essentially like doing a deadlift. This is a very strong motion, right? You guys can probably deadlift like hundreds of kilos, probably like at least 100. So if you can do that through your partner's foot, you can probably break his foot. So from here, I look away and I just arch. And I keep on arching, extending belly down. I'll probably opt to either go high with one hand or two hands. I think I prefer two hands in this case. So I take my shoulder and I look through and I extend. As he follows me and he rolls belly down, we're using a whole body to extend and snap the foot, and I have all this range of motion to extend and get very nasty breaks on him. You can see how, like, because you're using your whole body deadlifting, extending into that foot, it's very, very hard for him to defend. Yep, so now we're gonna try that. We're gonna come in and we're gonna fuck up the foot position. No worries, we're gonna go two hands. I can even go mid-calf. I would never do this in a roll. I'm just gonna do this to demonstrate how tight this is. And now I extend, I look over my shoulder, he's tapping from there, right? So tuck that elbow in, look through and extend towards that